tickets. Well, the take-home version. Budget cuts or something. But, look around, take it all in, and know we've already won. Our allegiance guarantees us both a spot on King Edward's court.
How exactly is this going to work?
Before we get to the rules, I offer a toast and an opportunity. You see, while this game might stretch the imagination for some, I find it rather simple and in need of an additional mental challenge. Guards, the raisin juice, please. This is my favorite game. Well, it's been a long time since I last played it. Are you familiar with hypnotic powder? One sip of this, and you'll have to do everything I say. And, of course, vice versa. In goes the powder. Guard number 2, if you would. I'll take this one. Whoa! Looks like you got the winner. And now we play. So, the goal of the Duel of Wits is to hit your opponent's pawn with an arrow by moving these pieces around the board. Your pawn will fire an arrow after you move. I'll go first. After I move this shield, watch how the arrow bounces off the shields and around the board. Now it's your turn, Graham. Not to sound like a royal guard, but as an additional rule, you can't move a shield your opponent moved on his previous turn. Will you please move the lower left shield to your left? I'm so happy we'll be working in the castle together, Graham. And if I ever become king, you'll make an excellent advisor. I'll move this shield, and they'll all have to accept it's what's on the inside that counts. Addendum. You can move and rotate your pawn to change the direction you shoot. Will you please rotate your pawn clockwise? Your arrow will always fire in the direction you're facing. I do hope you realize all the planning I did to get us here. I'll just rotate this shield. Well, looks like the hypnosis powder is wearing off. Make any move you want. Not that it matters. Looks like my intelligence has reigned supreme. Guards, I've won. Please review the winning board.
We have to do something. Graham is about to lose.
Seriously? You all know I won.
Apologies, sir, but Decree 3214 specifically states that all duel victories must be witnessed and verbally notarized by a royal guard. such that it can be recorded for posterity in our tournament record.
Unfortunately, the board was compromised before a final notary could be given.
Therefore, this victory is nullified, and another game must be played.
We really are sorry, and assure you will be able to achieve victory once again.
You are the most ridiculous guards I've ever encountered. No matter, merely a delay in my ascent to knighthood. I'm ready to beat you again whenever you're ready. Silly addendums. Ready to try again?
No.
Perhaps you could find a way to track the cup.
Sit down. Let's begin. How did you get that? They are bound to answer the call of their horns, you know.
Sorry for your loss, Graham. Oh, such cleverness. Shame he's retiring. Careful where you spin that, chap. Oh, we think you should watch her closely. You keep that. We want your autograph. Oh, he's a blast at picnics.
Back so soon? Raisin juice! This all seems so familiar. Hypnotic powder. Mix them up. And now, you choose. I'll take this one. Oh, excellent choice! And that was the last of my hypnotic powder. And now, we play. I wish I had other powders to make this game more interesting.
I've seen enough magic powders for one day.
I believe in creative thinking on a schedule, Graham. I saw that. Can you believe what that brute was hiding in his belly? What a disappointment.
I actually liked his art. I'm not proud of embarrassing him.
Graham, that dope will never accept us. He should keep to the knitting. still can't decide? Whisper, though, eh? Finally got a taste of his own medicine.
He's not that bad once you get to know him.
Are you getting soft on me, Graham? Do you have any other secret alliances I should know about? Heard you had a run-in with some goblins.
I did.
Nasty creatures, really. Ugh. But, be careful around them. They're smarter than they look. Shame about Achaka, though.
I can't focus on this game. I keep thinking about him.
Well, once we're in the castle, we can make sure his people, the Pitchthrians, get the surplus they need. It's the least we can do. Did you visit that magic shop in town?
I did. Hobblepots have minds of their own.
Yes, well, I just wish they'd get serious about the potential of their wares. Interesting move. Well, well, well. Well, well. What? How did I not notice that? Don't screw this up for me, Graham.
I did it! I did it! Guards, I am ready for Decree 3214.6 ½
Actually, I think it was Decree 1.21.
Aha! We knew you could do it!
You're out of the Alliance. I can't lose to you. How about another challenge? We only got to square off in a duel of wits. A well-rounded gentleman would win in a duel of strength as well.
Graham, take this!
Get these, baby, huh? Get these, baby.
Here.
Okay, one more challenge. How would you fare in a duel of speed?
No, Manny. It's over. Just as the battle isn't always claimed by the strong, and the race isn't always won by the swift, sometimes the intelligent falter. And I think now is my chance. And now is my time.
Come on, Graham. One more duel for a chaka. Do it for the village of starving Pitchthreans.
Whoa, you said his village was home to the Itchtuins. What exactly is your plan here? Because I'm starting
Duel
to...
of speed!
No, Graham, he's not worth it.
With the bridge strike resolved, supplies could be delivered to the shops again. Business started to pick up. The Wetzel wolves stopped harassing the town and migrated north. Even the guards marched with a little more caution in their step. All things considered, it was a pretty good first day in Daventry.
That was amazing. I mean, you faced a dragon, you made weird new friends, you battled for wits. I just don't get it.
Get what?
With your busy schedule, how did you ever find time for a night job?
Huh? Was that... Did you just make your first pun?
I think I did. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
They grow up so fast.
The tournament! It's about to start!
Well, you best get out there, young lady. Good luck. And remember what I told you. Take on the duel with kindness.
Thanks, Grandpa. You've always guided me straight. Are you going to watch?
Of course, of course. I'll be down momentarily.
Hope you practiced, Gwendolyn.
No. Just listen to stories.
you even trying? Stop that! What are you doing?
Just egging you on.
Well, they are delectable. Good show.
Children! Children! Come along, quickly! It's your grandfather!
Let's, King Graham, we have some important addendums that need addressing.
You have my attention. Proceed.
Yes, well, our new uniforms came in, and Addendum 90210 grants you the executive power over costuming. Which colors do you prefer? Scarlet Sunset or Crimson Colada?
Crimson Colada, for certain. I know the material is more expensive, but the quality speaks for itself.
Splendid choice, Your Majesty. Told you number one. Next item. How would you like to handle Daventry Decree 867530?
867530?
Your daily foot rub. How would you like it handled?
Let's start with light touch. I wouldn't want to be rubbed the wrong way.
Hilarious. Your key decisions are already shaping the kingdom for the better. Yay.
This is definitely better.
Sir, we've recovered the stolen beds. However, goblin sightings are on the rise again. The horde is surfacing in the northwest. How would you like to proceed?
Let's seek an audience with their king. Negotiate some common ground. A starshroom pie should do the trick.
Excellent strategy, sire. I'll stick to it at once.
Now then, what are your thoughts on Proclamation 741?
How's this pressure, Your Majesty?
It's good.
You heard him, guards. Proclamation 741 passes. Wednesdays are now officially opposite day.
Wait, what? I'm not sure I like this.
Sire, Kyle and Larry would like to know if they can host their music night in the throne room.
Well,
Miss Madeline and her court wish to seek an audience with you.
I'm
Who
not...
should we send in first to deal with the goblins?
Can I wear your crown?
Not tonight. Let's reschedule. Whisper and never again.
Opposite day! Yes means no, and no means yes.
Which color did you like again?
Which addendum should we enact next?
Addendum?
Oh, goblin strategy seems to be failing.
I think...
Are we observing ice cream for breakfast day this year?
There's been a slight problem with dinner. Care to reorder?
The trolls have requested the royal steeds wear socks as well.
Do you smell syrup?
Distress! Enough! Out! Everyone! I need a moment.
Don't know what his problem is.
His problem is that he's not King Edward.
There's not even bees in here.
I'm sorry. I'm going to get some air.
But sire, it's pouring outside.
That's fine. I'm going to visit Wenty. His custard pie always calms me down.
As you wish, Your Majesty.
Huh. I'm not sure if this hat fits me. That chair is not as comfortable as it looks.
Graham, you've got the goods. You just need to relax.
Oh, your old hat.
Oh, we love that hat.
Had to cut budgets somewhere. Armor never suited me.
Thanks for hiring me, sir. I am proud to be your royal guard number 3.
I wished I could have saved him. I was tormented about the different choices I could have made, but the outcome was always the same.
Looks like Pilar called in sick again.
King Bandicoot!
Hey, Wolfie.
Hey! Things are good. Oh, you look a little under the weather. Here. Wolfie wouldn't want your new shiny hat to get rusted.
Thanks, Wolfie. I needed a break. Approving addendums is not exactly the adventure I was trained for.
But King Edo chose you. Many people wanted that hat. Pilar applied like, 17 times.
I guess I was born at the right time. I'm just lucky.
Luck? Huh. But remember when you recovered all the stolen treasures? And remember how you solved that impossible riddle? And that giant beanstalk you scaled? Was that luck? Think not.
Well, none of that matters now. The throne leaves me little time for questing. I'm just trying to be half the king.
King Edo wasn't perfect, little buddy. Daventry was a mess when you got it. Wolfie's back scars, remember?
Well, when you have a legacy like that, people tend to forgive your final years.
Come on, little bandy. I'll walk you into town.
Well, that didn't seem like a good idea.
All this rain should help this tree grow.
Addendum 48677. They were right. Zods! Oh, Gwendolyn, is that you? Come in. I didn't mean to scare you.
Grandpa, you're supposed to be resting.
So are you.
I couldn't sleep.
Neither could I.
That's a lot of presents for a broken arm.
Yes, well, it certainly wasn't my most graceful tumble, and I am sorry I missed your fencing tournament.
There's another one next weekend.
I wouldn't miss it, even if Kyle has to carry me. Are you afraid of the storm, dear? Or your own imagination?
No, I'm not afraid of anything.
Ah, well, since neither of us can sleep, want to hear a story about a time when I was definitely not in any way afraid of anything either?
Does it have a dragon?
It might. It was a treacherous evening, just like tonight. As an adventurer, a goblin kidnapping would have been a fun romp. But as a new king, it was terrifying.
My hat! Who's in charge? I demand to speak to your king. No.
I couldn't see my own hand in front of my face, and I'm not sure I wanted to see anything else down there.
What was that? Ow! Ow, my knee. Ouch. Pokey. I'm fine. I'm fine. Gotcha. I shall call you Newton.
I was weak. I was exhausted. I just wanted to sleep. I looked like I felt terrible. I was exhausted and too weak to work that lever.
I guess I should try to eat something. This better not be the chamber pot. Is that porridge? Ew, it's squishy and cold.
I instantly felt a bit better, but still far from my normal strength. I was feeling a bit better and needed some rest.
Finally. Good night, Newton. And good night, Sally. Good night, Finn. Sleep tight, Leapy. Good night, Fuego. Sweet dreams, Freckles.
I'm not sure how long I was trapped in that dark room, but I remember the day that everything changed.
No more porridge?
Those horrible goblins wanted me to do their chores, and I had no choice but to obey.
Chores? That's even worse than being locked up. What monsters!
If Mr. Fancy Cakes was captured, I didn't stand a chance.
Wenty?
Graham, is that you? Oh, my. Our favorite sprout has blossomed into quite the king bean. We are ready to be rescued, friend.
I wish. I'm just a goblin errand boy at the moment. Why are you guys down here?
Oh, I'm not sure. No one is sure. The last thing I remember is whipping up a pickled ice cream cake for Bramble.
Oh, hello, Graham. I'd get up to greet you, but I'm just so sleepy.
Oh, you get your rest, Honey Muffin. I'll try to keep it down. Graham, Bramble, oh, she's not doing well. She's sick, needs medicine. The porridge was sustaining her, but they stopped feeding us.
Yeah, it looks like the supply dried up.
Wonderful. Just great. Are they trying to starve us out? I swear if I get my hands on those little pieces of...
Auntie!
Oh, I'm sorry, Buttercup. Go back to sleep. It's just... a fella could lose his compassion down here, you know. If you find any medicine, could you bring it to us?
I'm sure you could use a bite, too.
Oh, no. There's enough love on these bones to last quite a while. Thank you.
I'll see what I can do.
Speak.
Can I take a look around your cell?
I'm too hungry to deal with your questions.
Is that an oven?
Well, it could be with some wood.
Why would they leave you cooking supplies?
I'm not sure if we're in the care of prison guards or inept zookeepers.
How's she feeling?
She's taken a turn for the worse, I'm afraid.
See ya.
What was nesting down here?
Boy, is that you?
He's not a boy anymore, Chester. He's a king.
King boy. That has a nice ring to it.
Oh, it does.
How can we help you?
Don't you mean how I can help you?
Oh, forgive Chester. His blood sugar is low.
Got any snacks in that crown of yours?
I wish.
Well, if you find some, let us know. We were working on something special to make these roots wilt away, but Chester can't remember the ingredients.
Hello, little froggy friend. Mind if I taste your back? I'm sure I could make it worth your while.
Oh, you better hurry. Chester gets a little weird when he hasn't eaten. Can you help us?
How are you feeling?
I'm okay right now, but I feel a turn for the worse coming on.
Can I take a look around your cell?
I don't see why not.
Is this a prison or a museum?
Someone needs to have an intervention with these goblin hoarders.
Is that a choco nut?
We wish. Whatever it was is rotted and hollowed.
What's that stump for?
We dug out a hole in it for a makeshift cauldron.
Adieu?
Visit us again soon.
King Graham, fancy meeting you here.
Amaya? They kidnapped you too?
Kidnapped? No. I followed Wenty's girly scream down here looking for my mattress. I took out about 30 of them before the crumbler ran out of oil. They pounced. Now I'm here.
It looks like you got your bed back at least.
Yeah, these little rock brains must think they're hilarious. Don't you laugh at me, Pee-wee. You know what you did.
So, you ready to bust out of here?
Perhaps, with your help. Find me a blade and keep me healthy. Yeah?
How are you feeling?
Feeling good, but it might not last.
Can I take a look around your cell?
Ugh, if you must.
It is a lovely bed.
I have seen so many beds down here. I'm surprised they even remembered which one was mine.
That goblin's the Fun Crusher, isn't he?
Yeah, no funny business while it's still around.
What is the deal with that guy?
They seem to be attracted to the low, gravelly tone of my voice.
Perhaps we could use that to our advantage.
Please don't.
Goodbye.
Remember, prison's no excuse to skip leg day.
Aww.
They instructed me to go to bed after my chores were finished. I wouldn't be able to save them all. It was not important which choice I made, but it was important I made a choice. Who could that be?
Grandfather, it's Gart. Can I come in?
Yes, of course. Proceed. Having a bit of a nightmare, son?
Nightmare? Of course not. Your light was on, and apparently I have a lot to learn from your stories.
Well, come on in. Take a seat. Now, where was I? Yes. Ah, yes, that's right. From what I could parse, it was now my responsibility to feed whatever was behind that door. I felt better, but still not at full health. I felt better, but still not like myself.
I'm sure contraband is frowned upon. I'll need to hide this.
Welcome to commissary. Well, if it isn't, boy, what a sight for sore eyes you are. I was on my rescue mission and got caught up by these flying rocks. Even these shorts weren't able to outrun those barbarians. Between the two of us, these rockheads can't understand a quality deal the way you can. Speaking of which, in honor of your apparent aristocratic acquisition, I am prepared to offer a free item for today only. Better yet, I'll discount some previously undercounted prices. Now, I'm sure that crown came with some moolah. Let's make a deal, baby. You won't regret it.
So, where's my free item? Of course.
Shamazel.
So, I just have to ask, why do you pretend your goats are unicorns?
Pretend, my boy! Pretend! They are actual, bona fide, actual unicorns, not goats. Okay, you caught me. They're goats, but don't say that too loudly or they'll be bridge treats.
Where did you and Mr. Fancy Cakes meet?
You don't just meet Mr. Fancy Cakes. You are awed by Mr. Fancy Cakes. I found myself awed on the eastern mountains of Serenia while I was out in search of squaddle nogs.
What's a squaddle nog?
I don't know. Do you know where I can get one?
Oh, so how many years have you been procuring?
When you're in my business, it's not about the years. It's about the pockets I mean the lives you touch.
Why don't you ever wear pants?
No one likes to be constricted when they're adventuring, my boy. Gotta be able to get in and out of every situation. Except this one, I suppose. But that's what I've got you for, right? Right?
My dogs are barking from all this running. You got anything for me?
One guy asked for a magic map. But he was the only one, so I never keep it in stock.
Why don't you know the other one's name?
Who?
So, I just have to ask, why do you pretend your goats are unicorns?
Pretend, my boy! Pretend! They are actual, bona fide, actual unicorns, not goats. Okay, you caught me. They're goats, but don't say that too loudly or they'll be bridge treats.
How's business treating you?
It's quite hard to find rare and miraculous ingredients in this cell, but I'm making do.
Where are the majestic unicorns?
That is a very painful subject, boy. Can we keep it to business, please? I haven't seen them since I've been down here. They must have them locked up in maximum security.
Goodbye.
Guten Tag.
Short weeds had gathered at the bottom of some sort of goblin ladder. I knew fairy tales were unlikely to come true. However, sometimes you can't find a romantic heart. That goblin so desperately wanted to find its prince.
Come here, you. Oh, Froggy! Froggy, Froggy! Oh, Froggy, Froggy, Froggy! Yeah, eyes of flies!
Huh? I thought you said you felt better.
The eye of a fly! Don't you see? That's the missing ingredient!
Potion? Are you... Is it for teleportation at random? Does it summon a storm that follows you? Will it make you transform into a cat? Apologies. Been working on that. Cat, will this potion make you turn into a clawed feline?
No, it's nothing special. Just weed killer. We think we can rot away these roots to escape.
Bring us the eye of a fly, boy, and keep up with the treats.
Yeah, I would have taken the other path.
Is this story about your choices or mine?
Sire?
How are you feeling?
I feel great. Oh, I think that meal will last me for quite a while. Thanks, King Graham.
Goodbye.
Bye. All right, stand back.
Be gone, weeds! Damn it! Did I say eye of a fly? I meant flying eyes. I always get those two mixed up. Oh, Muriel.
Hey, I'm sick of you. How can a whole horde of creatures be so dumb? Who raised you? Oh, your species is capable of deeper thoughts, and that's a fact. That's it. I'm at my wits' end with these little sadists. We're taking them out.
Oh, Muriel. Brute force? Let's think this through.
No, my mind is made up. We're building a bone bomb. It's the smartest thing we can do.
All right, Muriel. We will need some boom powder. Here's the recipe.
Okay.
What is that, Gart?
Oh, nothing.
I think he's doing a great job.
I don't know. He seems nervous.
Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown.
Well, his head could lie easier if he stopped peeling ice cream for breakfast, eh?
You need to give that dream up, Chester. And what did you bribe Royal Guard number 2 with to put that on the agenda?
You know.
There is no potion in the world strong enough to cover that smell.
It's still not tall enough to climb yet. I should check back tomorrow.
Hey, ya.
Goodbye.
Bye. Huh. Good work. Not too shabby. Could use a few more strategically placed barbs, but who am I to complain? All right, Graham. Stand back. Which one you want me to take out first?
That one!
Take that! Come here, you little pile of gravel. Reach your hand in here so I can cut it off!
I went to bed with a heavy heart. Everyone was relying on me, and I knew I was going to have to make some hard choices. That morning, a stale smell hung in the air. I knew Bramble and Mr. Fancy Case couldn't hold on another day without medicine.
Dinner is served.
Bad rat! Bad rat!
Ah, rats!
This looks like an excellent hiding place. I don't think he'll be a bother anymore.
I couldn't help but be afraid. The survival of the prisoners was solely up to me. The last time I faced something like this, it didn't end well.
Yuck! Chunderblossom! Oh, it stinks.
While it seemed to be empty right now, I figured if I ever lost something, I might want to check here.
Aloha! Can I see the merchandise?
Ooh, stay back, don't want to disturb it. Never disturb perfection. This little baby is a cure-all, a pick-me-up when you're feeling down, a mixin' for fixing everything from your jowls to your bowels.
How much?
1 shiny gold coin. Are you interested?
I'll take it.
You got yourself a deal.
I had procured the only bottle of medicine in that prison. But who should I give it to?
Goodbye.
Au revoir.
Graham, about Bramble, do you know why she's sick?
Yeah, the conditions down here are terrible.
No, Graham. She's pregnant. We're expecting.
Oh, I had no idea. Congratulations.
Well, congratulate me after you bring us medicine.
Sometimes there is no right answer, but that doesn't mean there's a wrong one either.
Oh, little Boo, our king has brought you some nectar of the gods.
Thanks, Gram. Whatever was in that bottle worked. I instantly feel better.
You're welcome.
How do you feel now?
Much better. And the baby feels better too.
Very kind-hearted of you, Graham. Our family thanks you.
It's a wee bit cold, though.
Well, there's a furnace back there. Graham, do you think you could bring us some wood?
Perhaps if we get a fire going, we can do a little prison baking. I might be able to scrounge together a batch of sweetie cakes if you can find me flour.
Oh, great idea, Bramble. That's thinking from the heart. Perhaps the guards would take a loving bribe and let us out of here.
Thanks, King Graham. This'll help to keep us warm.
Glad I could help.
Now about those sweetie cakes. Have you found any flour yet?
I'll keep looking.
This is perfect. Wenty, let's get to work.
Oh, I think this can all be solved with a little pie. And in the absence of pie, these prison sweetie cakes should work wonders for goblin relations. Well, hello, little friends. Who would like to sample these treats? Get 'em while they're hot. Nobody has ever turned down my sweetie cakes before. Look, I'm eating it. It's good. Well, kindness isn't exactly killing them. Graham, I have a new plan. Compassion for my wife outweighs compassion for my enemies. Find me some chunder blossoms, please. They tend to grow in this region.
What's a chunder blossom do?
Well, we'll mix it in with the sweetie cakes. It'll twist those goblins' stomachs into quite a pretzel.
I'm not sure I like this idea.
Desperate times call for desperate measuring cups.
Well, it was worth a shot. Here, Graham, you'll take it.
I guess I deserve a treat, too. Wow, I feel great. I don't think I'll need to eat again for a while.
That's about as good as I was going to feel down there.
I still can't believe Gwendolyn beat me in the tournament with those stupid eggs.
Yes, well, she was quite extraordinary.
Guys, I'm right here.
I thought those had all been destroyed. I didn't need any reminders of impossible riddles from my earlier adventuring days. there were more mattresses there than people in Daventry. I wondered where they got them all.
Grandfather, do you have any snacks in here?
Pay attention, Gart. You said you wanted to learn.
I should check back tomorrow.
Great. Just one more ingredient to go.
This should work.
Just a second, Muriel. We'll need to be at full health to build this boomer. Shaky hands and explosives don't mix, woman.
All right, Chester.
Matt?
Hey, you did good, Graham.
Yeah, but there's 2 goblins left.
Oh, I know. And for some reason, they won't come near the bars anymore.
Do you blame them?
Go find me a long handle for this blade. Let's see them hide from that.
I don't know how I feel about this anymore. Ever hear of killing them with kindness?
Kindness? Huh. Never heard of that weapon. How goes it?
How are you feeling?
I could eat.
Goodbye.
Evening.
As an adventurer, I was great at taking quests. As a king, I struggled at giving orders. What if I made the wrong choice? What if I led the kingdom astray? What if I lost another friend to that dragon? I could have saved Mr. Fancy Cakes. What was I thinking?
Jamba!
Let me see the goods.
The last bowl of porridge, spruced up with branberries. Did you know this super fruit packs 2 whole days of nutrition into just 1 serving?
How much?
2 shiny gold coins. Are you interested?
I'll take it.
Enjoy.
Goodbye.
Adieu.
Oh, this is a big portion of porridge. I should be good with this for 2 days. Thanks, Gram. What a treat. I think I'd feel better standing.
Uh-huh. This is perfect. Those goblins turned our world upside down, and we will do the same with their stomachs. Would you do the honors, please?
Wenty, what's gotten into you?
Hey, you little gremlins. I thought you might like our second batch better. Added some special ingredients just for you. What? You dare to spit out my delicious treats? Oh, take that and that. Swords! Oh, okay. Well, lovely day.
Wenty, did you just bake bad?
Looks like we have a safe path out. Now, if we could get out of this cell.
Makes me want to stand. I don't know where you got this, but thanks. This should work. Stand back, Your Majesty. A dud? Chester, are you kidding me?
Well, Muriel, we have food now for a week. I just love the taste of powdered boom soup. It warms my soul.
But... Oh, well, you're right. Scoot over. Let me have a taste. Our path to escape is clear. Find us a key, and we will break out of here.
This looks dangerous. I hope the guards don't catch me with it. I need to find a light for this fuse.
I don't know if I have ever tasted something so good.
Starving brings out the flavor and everything. cramps. The cramps of King Anthony.
I miss that bug.
It was a silly.
The goblins love stories, especially fairy tales, and they always wanted to hear more.
Well, I love stories too, Grandpa.
As do I. But the goblins were obsessed with them. They couldn't just enjoy their stories like you or me. They based their whole lives around them, collecting and hoarding everything they could from their treasured tales, even if it meant stealing.
I need to be careful I don't get caught with this.
All right, here goes nothing. Hey, stop moving and let me poke you. Get over here.
With kindness.
Fine. Oh, I am so sorry, little goblin. Really, I didn't mean it. Yes, you. I've been a big pain in the rear, and I'm sorry. Oh, wow, very impressive. You're so chiseled. Ugh, I can't.
Keep going.
Would you like a hug? There, there. Isn't this just lovely? We are hugging, and hugs are fun.
See, it's not so bad.
Sorry, Graham. I am just not the cuddling type.
So many were relying on me, and I still didn't have a plan. I went to sleep unsure of the decisions I had made, and the ones I would have to make tomorrow.
I guess I deserve a treat, too. Oh, it burns. It burns. Oh, why did I eat that? Oh, but it hurts so good.
Let's never speak of this again.
One guard left.
Yeah, you're on your own with that one. I'm sure you can think of something clever. I'm ready to get back to crumbling. Yeah, I certainly didn't see that one coming. Mmm, delicious meat candy. All right, time to rise and shine.
Your Highness.
Goodbye.
Hugs and caches.
You guys better go. I'll stay and make sure the other prisoners are fed.
But isn't Bramble...
Go on, pregnant, not handicapped. Move your feet. Oh, and thanks, Big Boo.
You're welcome, my little sugar cube.
I was off to seek an audience with the Goblin King. If I could get my hands on his key, perhaps I could set the other prisoners free.
Hold up. Did you have a particular reason for choosing Bramble?
She had given so much compassion to the world, it was time to give some back to her.
But the Hobblepots could have whipped up a potion to take all those rock bottoms out.
Would you mind calling for a guard to carry her off to bed?
But, Grandfather, I'd like to hear more.
Which part did you like the best? The mischievous goblins? Or the interrupting boy who wanted to tell a different story?
Oh, I was enjoying the goblins. Absolutely, I was. I just wanted to show you that I could...
I think it's best to call it a night. The storm has calmed down, and so has she.
But, Grandfather,
Guard!
I just wanted to...
This is not a time for debating. Go to bed. We can continue in the morning.
As you wish. Good night.
Guard, wait. Sorry, I didn't mean to snap. These elixirs have my nerves on edge.
It's okay, Grandfather. And thank you. I do still have a lot to learn from your stories.
Sweet dreams, Guard. Sleep well.
That I can do with my eyes closed.
Ha! Now you're learning.
There. That's our ticket out.
I'm not sure I like this idea.
Oh, go ahead. Stay back.
I wasn't sure if I could get her across, but she needed to believe I could.
Go. Right. Right. Forward. Left. Left. Forward. Right. Left. Forward. Right. Left. Forward. Left. Right. Left. Right. Left. Right. Forward.
Thanks, Your Majesty.
Quick! In my cape! No time to explain!
Nightmares come in many forms. Once you realize what you are actually afraid of, you can start to deal with the fear.
It's just in my head. It's not gonna work. I'm not afraid of you.
I figured after that scream you'd be back. Let's pick up our story once again. Wasn't actually afraid of dragons. I was still struggling with the loss of a chaka. Now, my decisions meant the life or death of a kingdom. That's the true beast I needed to wrestle with. I didn't need to wear his crown to be a great king. My old hat suited me just fine, and Daventry was ready for a new adventure.
Once, in a town just like the one you're imagining, there was a beautiful castle that stood high on a hill. All were welcome here. Well, everyone except for the pests. The townspeople cried out to their king, "We must be rid of these rats! They're scaring our children and stealing our cheese!" One even ate a baby. The town had become very unpleasant indeed. Every morning, gold coins clanged through the water well carrying wishes for a better town, but the rats remained. The king, in his finite wisdom, had also been casting wishes, for he desperately needed a plan. As wishes would have it, a wandering piper appeared at the castle gates. The piper offered to expel the rats from the kingdom if the town would overthrow their moronic liege. "Hear, hear," they cried out. "Our throne is but a seat for a hat rack. Rid us of these pests, and the throne is where you'll rest." The stranger pulled out a small flute and played a pleasing melody. The music summoned the rats out of hiding, and they danced on the head of the king. The king shrieked a high-pitched squeal, but the piper continued his song. The rats were led back to the wooded forest where they belonged. The piper returned to the castle to claim his reward, but his knock echoed throughout the halls, and no one let him in. He raised his pipe, and a new melody was played. He watched the drawbridge lower, and a mesmerized kingdom pranced to his side. With a few simple notes and a turn on the heel, the stranger led them from the castle to the deep, dark caverns below. The throne is now empty, and the well doesn't clang anymore.
Manny knew exactly what to write to incite the horde. He chose every word carefully, fully knowing how the goblins would react to his story. Oh, it was brilliant. They did all the dirty work, and he just sat back and watched. I thought I had bested him in the duel of wits, but the mind games were just beginning.
Do nightmares ever come true?
Of course, but real monsters are far easier to deal with than imaginary ones.
Ugh, goblins ruin everything.
His hardest order.
Distress!
Help us, King!
Enough! They're only stories. Can't you just enjoy them for what they are? You've missed the point entirely. Is this how you want your story to be remembered?
Oh.
Wait. How about a new story? Once upon a time, there lived, let me see what I got here. There lived a sweet little goblin who loved adventures. Even in his young age, stories of the goblin's quests had spread around the land. Like the time he outsmarted the Quizzical Griffin. In fact, his adventures were so legendary, the goblins decided to make him king. But the goblin adventurer was out of his element and overwhelmed with the work it took to run a successful kingdom. His friends offered their heart. But it wasn't enough. He was afraid he would never live up to the king who came before. It got so bad that the goblin gave up. But when packing up his things to run away from the castle, the goblin found He found... He found... his old adventurer cap. And the goblin realized that he wasn't just here to continue the previous legacy. He was here to create his own. One filled with... compassion. And the best group of friends you could ever ask for.
Ooh.
I shall call you King Nibbletooth the Third. Grandpa's gotta hear about this.
Told you he'd save us.
No, I told you he'd save us.
I think it was me, actually.
You know, I'm not even sure anymore.
All right, Mr. Fancy Cakes, a river barachi.
And that's my story. Some of the details might have changed over the years, and I certainly left out some parts I wasn't fond of. But I found it's best to enjoy stories for what they are, and not for what you hoped they would be. Ah, you've fallen asleep again, and I think it's time I do the same.
You look like you could use a friend. I began my knighthood in Daventry with nothing to my name except a feather in my cap, a cape on my back, and an appetite for adventures. Questing led me to recover King Edward's magic mirror, and he rewarded me with his throne. I inherited a flawed but charming kingdom, and I worked tirelessly to restore the land to its former glory. That trellis looks better over there.
Over there, really. In a few short years, I had grown into the king I'd always wanted to be. And while I was proud of the Daventry I had shaped, something still felt like it was missing. Or here. Hey, I'm flexible. Wait! No! There is absolutely no way that could be right. There's no way that could have happened. I was too invested in that owl. I must have missed a detail in the story. No, I didn't abandon that owl family. I found a way to save their son. Leaving that nest empty without its baby owl is not really a branch we are going to explore. I forgot one small detail. I began my knighthood in Daventry with nothing to my name except a feather in my cap, a cape on my back, an appetite for adventures, and a small shovel in my pocket. Buried in the soil was a tiny, spiniferous thorn seed. That looked like a great spot for a spiniferous thornweed plant to thrive. A tiny acorn had been planted in the dirt. I planted that miniature acorn in the ground, a way to commemorate new beginnings. That spot of soil already had something growing in it. That trellis looks better over there. Over there, really. The family of chirping owls brought a smile to my face, but anguish to my heart. My kingdom was thriving, but I was alone. Who was I building this Daventry for? The loneliness of the road that night was only offset by the company of my hungry, rumbling tummy. I headed back to the castle for a bite to eat.
What good is all this food with no one to share it with? Oh, how rude of me. Here you go.
Sire, Daventry Decree 74311...
I know. No animals are allowed at the table. Did the bakers ever respond to my invitation for dinner?
They declined. Said they couldn't find a sitter.
You're right. Perhaps the guards would accept an invite for dinner.
Graham, we'd love to.
We'd love to, but...
Yeah, Decree 911 to the 23rd power.
Afraid so, sire.
As you were. Oh, before I forget, Larry, you know I restored the budget for your own personal steed, right?
Oh, right. My own personal steed. Thank you.
Well, I suppose I could use the surplus on masking the odor of number 2. No, I mean Royal Guard number 2. He smells like syrup.
It's intolerable, really. It's gotten so bad my helmet fogs up.
You'll get used to it.
You're absolutely right. We should create a dinner guest out of all this extra food. Why didn't I think of that?
Someone had placed a second throne next to mine as a hint. I bet it was Royal Guard number 2. He was growing old and anxious for Graham kids.
Really? You're using your own name in puns now?
You're right. That pun was chairless.
Such big muscles. Can't believe you had trouble finding a girlfriend.
I worked on those muscles for myself, Gwendolyn. Thank you very much.
Tribe's old.
Well, would you care to join me for dinner?
Dinner sounds lovely, but I'm only allowed to leave my post in times of distress. Or if that plate of peas needs to be replenished. Oh, I think they went too strong on the lavender again. I can smell the spices from here.
That didn't fit there. Now's not the time for that. Round peg?
You're absolutely right. We should create a dinner guest out of all this extra food. Why didn't I think of that? That's a good start. What else can we add to her? You're right, she does need a cape.
A purple cape.
What about a hat? What should we use for the face?
More peas, sir? Apologies. I'm allergic to the lavender.
What about a hat? What should we use for the face? What good is all this food with no one to share it with? What should we use for the face? Ah, perfect. What should we name her? No, that's my sister's name. You know that. I'm thinking something that ends in a soft consonant.
It was at that exact moment when the magical mirror called out to me. The mirror showed me a magical reflection of a tower far away in the kingdom of Kolima. It told me that the princess I would marry was trapped at the very top, waiting for me to rescue her. Wasting no time, I grabbed a beautiful ring from the royal treasury and headed off to save my future wife. Ha! Looks like my nursemaids are here. Can you excuse me for half an hour?
You got it, Grandpa.
Gwendolyn, it's your move.
Oh. What's taking them so long?
I'm honestly not sure. He's probably just distracting the nursemaids with his jokes.
For 4 hours?
Would that really surprise you?
No, I guess not.
So, are you excited for Grandmother's birthday?
I haven't even picked out her present yet.
Mother helped me pick out mine. I'm told it's the perfect gift.
All right, children. Your grandpa is now ready for you. Gwendolyn, he asked to see you first.
Can we go together?
Best not to overwhelm him all at once. Besides, I need God's help with the daily decrees.
Is it all right if we finish this after lunch?
Go ahead. Wouldn't want to keep him from his favorite.
Your grandfather doesn't have favorites, Scott. He loves each of you in his own special way. Now tidy up and meet me in the throne room. I've got 3 trays of appetizers with your name on them.
Own special way. Doesn't matter. Not with Addendum 48677 in the books. Oh, bother.
Come on. There's got to be another one in there. Just one more. Another notch in my feather, a voyage to Neptune's kingdom, or a journey through the infinite desert. Please, Mira, one final adventure.
Grandpa?
Oh, just the person I wanted to see.
Are you doing all right?
I am now.
Did they find you the right medicine?
Your company is better than any medicine in those vials. Yeah. Now, come, sit. This time, you picked the story. Something with a dragon, perhaps.
Actually, could you tell me more about Grandma? Everyone knows she's a great queen, and she's nice and regal and wonderful. But none of that's helping me pick out her birthday present. I want to get her something really special.
Of course. I suppose there's no better place to start than at the beginning, when my travels led me to the Enchanted Isles.
Grandpa, Mom used to tell me this story before bed. Hasn't everyone in Daventry heard this? You climbed that tower, rescued Princess Valenice, fell in love, and lived happily ever after.
Well, fairy tales have a bad habit of simplifying matters of the heart. They weave tales that love just happens easily and with no effort required. The real story is far more exciting than what you've been led to believe. I hadn't even met my love, and I was already falling for her. True love never dies, but Zaz, can it hurt? It's okay. True love can wait. This tower was not built to scale. I can't help falling in. Well, just falling. I can't help falling. Falls to the walls. Fate brought me to that tower to find my true love. But which one was she? I pleaded with the magic mirror to show me a sign.
Princess, will you marry me?
No.
Don't you believe in love at first sight?
I don't. Well, I do, but not like this. You don't even know me. I don't even know you. You didn't even ask my dad. Please stand up. You're making it worse.
Yes. Well, my apologies. My one true love.
Well, I might have said yes, but I loathe second place.
So that's, no?
Yes. I mean, yes, that's a no.
Well, no bother. We shall now proceed with the rescue mission as planned. Princesses, if you would be so kind as to toss down your long, luxurious golden locks.
You're joking, right? No one's had that hairstyle for decades. Centuries, really. Please tell me buried inside that ornate cape is a real escape plan. Like a trained eagle, or flying berries, or an adventuring rope.
Adventuring rope?
You're a bit of a ropeless romantic now, aren't you?
Well, looks like you're stuck here with us. An intro might be in order. My name is...
Earthquake?
Not quite. Steady that shelf! Oh, good catch. Over there, if you would. Lovely. Right there! To your left!
Nice moves. Quick feet.
I felt like the magic mirror was playing games with my heart. Was it watching every move I made? Did it already know who my queen was? I needed to relax. I needed to be myself. I needed to help clean up the mess I made. What was this dark magic? An invisible wall guarded the outside world from me. If I wanted to impress the princesses, I would need to find another way to get that vase.
Which princess did you talk to first?
The take-home version of the Battle of Wits. Huh. I didn't see a spot for board games. The sparkly purple book had a winged Pegasus on its cover. Perhaps one of the princesses would know where it went. An unfinished masterpiece. No idea where this belongs. Shame. It looked like the lute cracked in the tumble and was in need of a repair. Advanced crosswords, riddles, and puzzles. The whole book was solved already. I wonder who it belonged to. This puzzle box busted in the fall and could use some fixing.
Hey, were you invited up there?
It was cold at the top of that tower. All I knew how to make was chocolate chip pancakes, and I didn't see any chocolate chips.
Hey there. Sorry about earlier. Things got a little... weird.
Apology accepted.
I'm Graham, by the way. As in King Graham of Daventry. As in King Graham the... Compassionate.
Compassionate. Nice to meet you, Graham. I'm V, as in Princess V of Eastern Kalima.
Is V short for something?
Yes, it is.
Yep. So, I should also apologize for forgetting my adventuring rope. I guess nothing was planned in my proposal.
Adventuring rope? Oh, that was a bit of a lark. Rope wouldn't matter much anyway.
It wouldn't?
Don't you think if there was any way of escaping, we would have done it by now? No, we're all bound to this tower by some outdated wizard's spell. You know, one that needs some antiquated ideal of love to break it.
I see.
I knew from reading Courting Queens to Hold Court the importance of a good first impression. I would have to choose my next words carefully.
So... what did you study in school?
Literature and archery. But I spent most of my time on the field playing snoot polo. I was on scholarship and still hold all of the records. At least I hope I do. Oh, it's been a while since I've been able to check. Where did you study?
I went to night school up north and majored in all things adventure. And minored in creative costuming. Another question, if you'd humor me. Would you say you side more with Eastern Kalima politics or Western Kalima politics?
Well, that's a bizarre question to ask straight away. I side with my kingdom, thank you very much.
One last chance to get this right.
Who would you say is your best friend?
Why, niece, of course. We've been best mates since birth, even though our kingdom frowns on it. What about yours?
Triumph? Sir Triumph III. He's a person. He counts as a real human friend.
Now, thanks for the chatter, but we really should get back to work. My dad and I used to play this game for hours. It goes on that shelf. Appreciate it. I read that at least 3 times a year. Could you put it back over there? Appreciate it.
Some sort of nunchuck made of bone. At least it was a self-sustainable business model.
What can I say? As an only child, I was in constant need to keep myself entertained. Appreciate it.
Hello. I thought perhaps I could introduce myself properly.
And your name is?
My name? Of course. I'm King Graham of Daventry. King Graham the... Compassionate.
Compassionate? Lovely. Pleasure to meet you, Graham. I'm known as Niece. As in, Princess Niece of Western Kalima.
So, how did you get trapped up here?
Well, I saw this tower on the edge of my kingdom, and a little old lady told me there was a majestic unicorn at the top. I leapt at the chance for adventure. My siblings are never going to let me live this one down. Oh, I hope they don't have to clean my room. I have too many important art projects that need finishing. So, what about you? What brings you here?
Oh, wow. I was also looking for majestic unicorns. Are there any up here?
There was a goat with a glued-on horn named Mr.
Fancy Cakes.
Have you met him?
One does not simply meet Mr. Fancy Cakes. One is awed by Mr. Fancy Cakes.
Tell me about it. Not sure where he ran off to.
We never are.
Nice chatting, but we really should get back to cleaning. The hidden magical world. Each page brings me more joy than the last. Can you put that over there? Very nice. I'll finish it someday. Until then, it goes over there. Appreciate it.
Bongos. Perhaps they go with the kitchenware.
My bongos! OV says these are nothing but treble. Can you put them back over there? Thank you.
Round peg, square hole. You're not fooling me.
Wow, not too shabby. Excellent work, Graham.
It's Hagatha! You better hide.
I can't stand that soggy woman. I won't even speak to her.
V, that's not very nice.
Might not be nice, but it's true.
You've never been one to give the time of day to people you don't like.
Seriously, she looks like a melted marshmallow.
Everything tip-top up here? Ah, how are my delicate little flowers?
We're splendid, Hagatha. Thank you.
Looks like you lovelies missed a spot. What was that?
Nothing.
That's right, dearie. A good princess should keep her thoughts on the inside. Just like we practiced. Oh. Out of place?
Aftershock?
Oh, sweetie. We'll need to continue working on your awkward bungling.
I've been working on my sleep giggles, too.
Perfect. Looks like my garden needs to be weeded.
Zards, this part went so smoothly the last time I told it.
That's right, dearie. A good princess should keep her thoughts on the inside. Oh. Out of place?
Aftershock?
Oh, sweetie. We'll need to continue working on your awkward bungling.
I've been working on my sleep giggles, too.
Perfect. Perfect. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. That smell. From over there. Yes, yes. yes. What do we have here?
Agatha, would you like
to... interrupt? It's rude.
Whatever you say, slimy cucumber.
Gotcha. Oh, joy! Looks like another princess has joined our party.
Princess?
Long, flowing gown, pale skin with rose-colored cheeks, an elaborate headdress, and... wait. Oh, the scent of lavender. I recognize a princess when I see one. Welcome to my tower. I'd invite you to dinner, but you don't really have a choice. Oh, Agatha. Good one.
I just have to ask. Is that your nose, or are you eating a turnip?
Oh, well, what a funny little princess. Humor does not suit us ladies. It would do you well to remember that. Now come, it's time to eat.
Hum's face. Fee! Hush!
What was that? What's everyone feel like for dinner?
I'll take savory. Sweet, please.
After dinner, Agatha excused herself and told us to get our beauty rest like all good princesses should. The sun was setting, but none of us were sleepy. Vi suggested we play a game to pass the time. Nice picked out Moral Quarrel, a casual social game. Vi preferred something more competitive, but begrudgingly went along with it.
All right. The first step is we answer all the cards in front of us. We must answer honestly, or the game won't work.
A magical genie offers you one of two very specific wishes. A, you can live one life that lasts 1,000 years. Or B, you can live 10 lives that last 100 years. Which do you choose? You are a royal guard on the lookout for an evil sorcerer that has been terrorizing villagers. When you finally apprehend this sorcerer, you discover he is Charles, your childhood best friend. Do you A, tell Charles to leave town and never return? Or B, throw your friend in the castle dungeon? Would you rather A, have a pet dragon, or B, be a dragon?
I'd want to be a dragon with a pet dragon. Is that weird?
Would you rather A, have a tail that never stops loudly tapping against the ground?
Hey, I'm
or
not
B,
evil.
have noodles for hands? Well, that wouldn't allow you to pick up anything.
Dragons have tails, so tail.
Come on with it. This is the easy part.
Would you rather A, constantly reek of syrup and not smell it, or B, constantly smell reeking syrup?
I actually like the smell of syrup.
If I was an evil sorcerer, I wouldn't be
Do you still
stuck
need
here.
more time?
A.
Good thing we went with such a simple game. First, we mix up our hands. At the start of our turn, we choose which player we want to try to pair with. We'll then ask the question from the card at the top of our decks. If both asker and askee answer the same way, they both place the card on one of the 3 spaces between them. Once there are 3 cards between the 2 players, they both win the game. If there's not a match between players, the card must be discarded. If a player runs out of cards before matching 3, they lose. Graham, are you getting all this?
Oh, mirror, which one is it? Is it V? Is it Niece? Do they like me? Do I like them? What does my breath smell like? Oh, lavender. And, ooh, eggs. We're inside. Should I take my hat off? What if they don't like capes? That's silly. Everyone loves capes. What if they're allergic to Triumph? Please tell me this is my inside voice.
What are you thinking about?
Oh, nothing. Just in my relaxed box.
Ready to begin? Graham, you start.
A magical genie offers you one of two very specific wishes. A, you can live one life that lasts 1,000 years. Or B, you can live 10 lives that last 100 years. Which do you choose?
This game is great. I just picked it up for like $8 on eBay.
Let's see here. A.
I agree. I would spend the long life becoming a master at the skills I have.
Graham. A rich merchant inadvertently drops one shiny gold coin on the ground. You see a poor, hungry orphan pick it up. Do you A, convince the orphan to be honest and return the coin, or B, turn your head the other way and let the orphan keep the coin?
A. I figured their honesty would be rewarded with more than just one shiny gold coin.
Nice. I chose A too. The orphan learned a valuable lesson and would probably be rewarded for their honesty too.
Graham? You have been hunting for your starving family all day and only managed to catch a small goose. On your way back home, a hungry beggar offers you magic beans in return for the goose. The beggar tells you that the beanstalk sprouted from his beans will lead you to a chest that produces unlimited food. He would go after it himself, but his legs are too tired and old. Do you A, kindly reject the offer and bring your starving family their dinner? Or B, let the beggar eat the goose and plant the beans in your yard?
A. I wouldn't give up a bird in my hand for a wild goose chase.
Sorry, B. Magic beans!
You are a royal guard on the lookout for an evil sorcerer that has been terrorizing villagers. When you finally apprehend this sorcerer, you discover he is Charles, your childhood best friend. Do you A, tell Charles to leave town and never return? Or B, throw your friend in the castle dungeon?
I pick B.
Yes, at least in the dungeon I could keep a watchful eye on him.
V and I won the game. Good thing. She seemed like she didn't like to lose. Niece was satisfied with her pick of the game. When the sun went down, the air turned frigid. We decided it was too cold to play another game and headed to bed. The walls of the tower were pretty thin, and embarrassing as it is to admit, that night I overheard the princesses talking about me.
So what do you think of King Graham the Compassionate?
He seems friendly, I guess.
He's quite the character.
This seemed like the perfect time to explore the tower. I was interested in getting to know my new home better. This puzzle box busted in the fall and could use some fixing. All I knew how to make was chocolate chip pancakes, and I didn't see any chocolate chips. It was cold at the top of that tower. Shame. It looked like the loot cracked in the tumble and was in need of a repair. Once upon a time, a beautiful princess locked herself away in a tower and patiently waited for a charming prince to come rescue her.
Oh, I do miss her.
The months turned to years, and no prince ever came to whisk her off to a happy ending. Years of appearance-changing potions eventually took their toll and backfired, turning the princess into a soggy hag with a floppy tail.
But the potion could be reversed, right? She could lose the tail, and her skin would change back to normal.
I'm afraid not, Gwendolyn. Agatha took it too far. There was no coming back. The enchanted canvas painted a younger portrait of whatever stood in front of it. The witch grew bitter and mad. She began kidnapping princesses in order to increase her chances of being rescued. That seemed to be missing a piece. Agatha never left the tower, so she would send the princesses on her errands. They would fetch this ingredient or that trinket. She used a special enchantment to poof them out of the tower, and after some time, poof them back in.
Why didn't they ever tell anyone they were trapped up there?
If they did, the spell would instantly pull them back in.
Magic is so arbitrary.
Luz Charcistra.
On flashing that ring again.
Not gonna make that mistake twice.
How's it going?
My favorite puzzle box is broken. I'm not sure how to fix it yet.
Want me to try to fix it?
I'll get it.
Hey there. What's shaking?
I cracked my lute and I don't have the right tool to fix it.
Want me to try to fix it?
Do you have the tool I need?
Nope.
Then I'll take care of it.
I was stuck. I needed advice. Too bad I couldn't just dart over to the town square. Or could I? This sorcery was very finicky. It would teleport you away from the tower, but only for a limited time. And you needed something from the place you wanted to go to.
Oh, the old tournament board. Don't know why I need this, but that's never stopped me before.
The tree had grown. The branches had filled out. It was looking good.
Graham, good to see you.
Oh, it's been a while.
Hey, Wenty! Bramble. Where's Taylor?
Oh, he's at home. Probably cutting up our curtains again.
Why, when I was that boy's age, I would roll dough for hours every day after school in me ma's shop. But not my boy. He doesn't have the stomach for hard work.
Or the stomach for sweets. Can you imagine an 8-year-old not liking sweets? Oh, it's not like frosting's an acquired taste.
Ah, well, he's just on a different path, I guess.
Oh, I just hope the path of his shears doesn't cross with me duvet cover ever
Oh,
again.
come on, little boo. Mr. Fancy Cakes looked fabulous in that velvet floral tuxedo.
Oh, at least he stitches from the heart. Now, Graham, what can we do you for?
So, I actually don't have much time, and no possible way to explain why, so I'll just come right out and ask. I need advice. I may have met someone. Or someone's. How do I know if she is the one?
Well, well, it's like I always say. Compassion comes from...
the heart. All you need is pie. I know. I mean, dough. Look, these bakery puns are becoming stale, and honestly, the yeast of my worries. I need to rise to the occasion. It's all or muffin.
Excuse me. I've got something in my rye.
All right, you two. You're baking me crazy. Now, Graham, if you don't mind, can I answer your question with a question?
proceed.
Now, it might sound cliché, but just like our spiniferous thornweed pie, real love isn't about the outside. It's what's baked in the gooey center that counts. Have you discussed
And hugs!
What?
Lots of hugs!
Wenty, don't you hug everything?
What? No.
You're hugging yourself right now.
I am not.
Sorry. We've been working on that. He's only supposed to hug things that give him joy.
But Bramble, everything gives me joy.
Wenty, we've been over this. I don't think that vagrant skunk brought you joy.
It did. I have a problem. Hug.
Oh, later, Sugarbum. Graham still needs our advice.
Well, if you had to pick your top 2 core values, what would you say you were looking for in a companion?
I would say... wit. The gooey centers of these biceps is a strong mind. Oh, and also... honesty is a big deal for me. I've dealt with a few squaddle-nogs in the past, and I want to be able to fully trust the person I end up with. Ah, the spell. It's kicking in. It's going to pull me back.
Spell? Oh, what have you gotten yourself into?
I'll have to explain later. Oh, I could also use a recipe. You got one I could borrow?
Oh, of course. Sweet or savory?
Huh. Savory.
Let's see here. I have sassafras, bacon creme, bread custard, curry melon, carrot cheese, and sage curd pie.
I only need one recipe.
That was one.
Oh, here, sweetheart. This beginner's recipe should be a bit simpler to make.
Thank you.
All right. You have 10 seconds. Go.
Oh, I am glad we got to catch up. But I didn't get to thank him for the popover. Do you think he would turn up again soon? The next time we see him, we should...
And you're done.
All right.
Oh. Hug.
Hug.
No way.
I told you no detail would be overlooked. Underneath Manny's mask was the face of a goblin.
Nice twist.
It was cold at the top of that tower.
All right, savory. Here we go. I whipped this up special for you.
Savory, my favorite. Thank you. That was sweet. Aw, that was so sweet. I fixed the puzzle box if you want to try it out.
I would love to.
Here, you take side 1. move. Almost there. Good move. We got it! Could you play me a melody to help me sleep?
How about something with a bow and some strings?
Who said violins? Doesn't solve anything.
I was slightly disappointed there was no mention of me that night.
Grandpa, boys aren't the only things the girls talk about.
I learned that lesson long ago.
Oh, someone's at the door. Just a moment. Be there in a jiffy.
Agatha, it's been forever. You're looking... Agatha, so nice to see you.
Malden, your English is coming along superbly.
Well, thanks for noticing.
Care to join me for a spot of tea?
Now, Agatha, I know better than to set foot inside this tower, but I do appreciate the invitation.
You never know. You might like it better in here. The view is quite nice, and if it ever rains, we'll move.
I grew up in a cave, so I'm fine with a small, cold room with a view of rubble.
Speaking of small and cold, please tell him to be careful with this.
The message will be received.
I'm serious, Malden. I've spent my life coated in a thin layer of cosmolotion. It's a potion. It's not a panacea.
Duly noted. Oh, I almost forgot. He wanted to return this book he borrowed. Said he doesn't need it anymore.
Ah, yes. How to Tame Your Dragon. Did you ever find Hornswoggle?
It'll return when it's tired of feeding off werebears and lost travelers.
A balanced breakfast indeed. Ha! Good day, Malden. It's always a pleasure.
The pleasure has been mine. Fare thee.
One night, Agatha invited us all to her pretty princess ball. I was nervous and excited.
Tonight we shall have our pretty princess ball. It will be everything we've always dreamed of. Keep it up, ladies. Not graceful. Not graceful. That's not a princess move. It's turn, turn, twist. Not twist, turn, turn.
That was quite fun, actually.
Thanks to you.
Oh, what a glorious evening. Oh, thank you, ladies, for a wonderful ball. I wish it would never end. Perhaps it shouldn't.
It was at that moment Hagatha realized she had everything she wanted inside the tower. Her happy ending was right in front of her. She would freeze time to keep that moment forever.
I wonder if I could make a large enough batch of frost tonic.
You and Graham are so sweet.
Oh, shh. Hush up.
That night, my nervous anxiety turned to happy butterflies. I went to bed with a smile on my face. I had won some favor with Hagatha, and she sent me on a special mission.
Princess Graham, the time has come. I have a very special mission for you. This magic won't last long, but I need you to bring me back the keys of harmony. Your spell will teleport you back here once you've picked it up. I need to make sure I can trust you.
You know, Grandpa, I think you told me this part. Are you sure you're not getting the stories mixed up again?
Sadly, this is not a senior moment, I'm afraid. Those potions smell pungent and acidic, but oddly familiar. Huh. Someone fancied himself quite the storyteller. The book collection had grown over the years. The sorcery of old looked like a new edition. Teaching English as a second language. The room seemed lonelier without the loud rumbling of a certain dragon's snore. I hope that beast was enjoying his freedom. What a comfortable bed.
That helmet sounds familiar.
As it should.
You're slouching again. Try to stand up straighter.
And then I hid again.
Bring it over here. It'll take all night to prepare.
Must we go through with this? After gazing upon Hagatha's face, I question the validity of that elixir.
Hagatha's enchantments are stunted by the tower she locked them away in. Out here, with a little air, this sorcery can reach its full potential. We'll have to let this sit overnight. For now, we sleep.
I want to voice my concerns again, brother.
You, of all people, should know what it's like to wear a mask all your life. A scarf that obscures your vision. A helmet that hides your face. This body has taken my mind as far as it can go. Now, good night. Please snuff the torch.
Our parents were wrong to hide you from the world, but at least they didn't forget about you. No, instead they fed you, they read to you, they raised you as their own. I was a whipping boy for 16 years. For what? A stupid goblin prank?
Watch your tongue, brother. You're beginning to sound like a human. A silly goblin took you in from the cold. A dull goblin taught you to read, and a stupid goblin gave you a second chance at life.
Please forgive me. I misspoke.
Am I wrong to believe that the mind is what should matter? Is my trust in brains over brawn misplaced? I've dedicated my life to prove that, given the right resources, our species is capable of higher thought, and that even a silly little goblin can lead this kingdom. That's the change I want to inspire. That's the progress Daventry needs.
Oh, you're right as always. And the Cosmolotion is the only way around your banishment from King Graham.
King Graham? King Graham was a fluke. We'd already be at the castle toasting to our divine intellect if it wasn't for that bumbling, red-nosed, feathered half-wit. Did I ever tell you he asked what my availability for sleepovers was? Moron.
Hey, I am not a fluke!
Egads.
Did you really just say that?
Well, don't just stand there. Grab him. Look.
Stay right there. Don't move. Gwendolyn and I are working on your surprise.
I won't peek. I can't wait to see what it is. Oh, Gwendolyn, your lunch is ready, and your cousin is waiting.
Thanks, Grandma.
Love, have you been taking all your medicines?
I'm not sure what good they're doing. I'm still stuck in this bed.
Yes, you are. You're still here.
You know what I meant. It's just that I'm going stir-crazy in here, and I don't even want to think about all the addendums that still need approvals.
Everything is taken care of, but you need to rest before you feel better.
I'll rest after your birthday. I still have to prep your special batch of chocolate chip pancakes.
Oh, you have baked those pancakes for my birthday for as long as I can remember. And I've truly savored each and every bite, dear, but maybe this is the year to teach the children your recipe, and you just enjoy eating breakfast with me.
Nothing is going to stop me from baking those pancakes. Not even this broken arm.
Well, you won't get any further argument from me. Now, can you please take your medicines? They'll make you feel better on your next inspiring adventure.
All right, fine. I'll take them. And I love you. You have always... You always seem to know what I'm thinking before I do.
I love you too, dear. That was sweet.
Agatha sent us out to gather the ingredients she needed to make a large batch of freeze tonic. Of course, we didn't know that's what it was for, so we did what we were told, just like good princesses.
Princess Graham, I think you've earned the privilege of a trip outside the tower. Yes, you and Princess Niece will go. I'll bring me back the golden acorn, and don't dilly-dally. This magic will only work for a limited time.
Where are we?
Looks to me like the middle of the Avalon Forest.
Huh. Why does that name seem so familiar?
I've seen postcards. My older sister's camped here once.
Well, let's go find that acorn. Well, not acorn, but an acorn. Which way should we head?
Are we having an adventure? Are we going to solve riddles of a sphinx? Is there going to be a labyrinth with a minotaur? Will there be hijinks, and will they involve bridles and snakes? Can we get matching feathers? Please?
Yes to everything. Although you really should work on that. Now, which way?
West. I'm sure of it. West always sounds like an adventure!
I know I am!
Well, ow! I'm fine! Can you hold down those thorns for me?
You got it! Ouch! Right this way!
Oh, ow, oh, ow, ow.
Ouch! This is my elation face! Milady!
See you at the bottom! I do love that you cleared all those thorns. Wait! Don't shoot! It feels threatened! Graham, don't!
I have to.
Hold your fire!
This wolf is going to make a mincemeat pie out of us.
But it's so cute! Wait! Please don't shoot! Nice kitty. Good kitty. Calm down.
Niece, that's not a good idea.
Uh-huh. I thought so. There you go. That should feel better.
Good thing I didn't shoot.
I'm very glad you didn't.
Shall we continue our adventure?
Most certainly. Now, how are we going to get across this?
We could make a slingshot out of a rubber tree plant and launch ourselves across.
No. Too obvious.
Too bad Avalon doesn't have a bridge troll guild.
Wait, right here. I got it.
A log? How's this going to get us across?
Well, it's just a start. I figured we could have some fun. And now it's your turn.
My turn?
Yes. Go into the woods and grab an object, but just one. When you return, add it to our creative project. Then I'll go again. Oh, maybe we could whittle